come up in front of you, ready to surf down whenever you can.
So the boat with number 3 on the bow, that's from Estonia, Dennis Karpak. So this is Luka Radlic, also from Croatia.
Luka's looking really good there. He's slid right down the back of the boat, meaning he's probably got a little more pressure than most people would have right now.
Explain what he's doing with his right hand.
He's working the main sheet just gradually, feeling it in his arm, how much pressure's in the sheet, and he'll just manoeuvre that in and out to try and maximise his
So
surfing.
Michael, these crack sailors in this laser medal race, they're trying to ride the waves, harness the invisible airflow.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're rocking, pumping, ooching, they're trying to get the boat. Just expand on it.
You've got to try and maximise the power in the sail. It's all about feel, but the trick is also to get away with a little bit of rocking and pumping and not have the jury come down on you hard. You can see a jury boat there on the left of the screen watching the boats carefully. Make sure they're not rocking a little more or pumping a little more than all the other guys.
But there's a real technique that, say, Ben Ainsley and Robert Scheid have lifted the game here going downhill, haven't they? I mean, you're a brilliant exponent of it, and your countryman Tom Slingsby is as well, but these fellows here from Europe also are showing how good they are.
Absolutely. You see the Croatian guy just looking out for wind behind him. He's gone into a softer patch, so he's got to adjust his course a fair bit there to try and find something better. Boats are spread out a little now. I think the gusts of the downwind have made a mark, and we'll see what can happen next.
All right, Richard Parslow, down on the water. Tell us what you can see.
Yeah, it's a real nail-biter at the front of the fleet. They're a little bit soft at the moment as they sail away from the windward mark. The wind's got a little bit lighter right here as they approach the leeward marks, the gate marks, that they'll go through the middle of the gate, then round the outside. And we can see, looking back up the course, there's definitely more wind for the boats at the back of the fleet right now.
All right, and in the foreground, folks, we can see the gate. Michael, expand what that. There are 2 buoys there, or 2 marks, and they can go round either or. What dilemma do these sailors have?
Well, as they're coming into the last 40 metres here, Peter, they've got to decide which mark they think is upwind, which mark is actually closer to the top mark, so they'd have the less distance to sail. You've also got to try and match what the guy behind you is thinking as well and try and cover him.
Okay, so Luka Radlic, first round the leeward mark. He's overtaken Dennis Karpak. Dennis Karpak follows him around the right-hand gate mark as we look upwind. And third now is Andrew Murdoch. He's overtaken Marte Arapov. So a few place changes on that run.
And where is Tom Slingsby, number 1, going into this race?
He's just coming up to the gate now. He's just ahead of Thomas Le Breton, behind Gustavo Lima. So it's the Swede Rasmus Mørgen going round the gate mark now. Lima going round the same gate mark, and Tom Slingsby going round the left-hand one as we look upwind.
Right, we've got a shot on him there now. So Michael, boy oh boy, your countryman Tom Slingsby might have a challenge on his hands. If he slips another place or 2, stand by.
Looks like Tom's got a lot to do. He's currently about 7th or 8th place, and you just saw in the background the race committee boat signalling a slightly shorter course, meaning they've moved the top mark a little closer to the bottom mark. They've still got another 2 laps to go, so Tom's got plenty of time to try and catch up another 2 or 3 boats.
Into leg number 3, or the second beat of this windward leeward. It's 3 times round in this laser medal race here at Cascais in Portugal for the 2007 ISAF Sailing World Championship. This is one of 11 classes that are having their championships here, all the Olympic classes. Right, so this is Luka Radlic right in the picture now. Let's get back to the water. Richard Parslow.
Yeah, Slingsby's tacked on to port. He's coming across in a good, strong wind. Looks like he's gained a lot of distance there on Dennis Karpak of Estonia. Karpak obviously very interested in trying to put some distance and some places between himself and Slingsby. He's a long way back on point. This is double point scoring on this medal race, so he's got a chance of overtaking him. Slingsby working really hard as they go across on port tack, going back towards the right-hand side of the course here, PJ.
Right, that's a very good point, isn't it, Michael, that Richard's talked about, because this medal race carries double points, and the points from this race must count. So that is important in contrast to all the previous races held in the laser class and all the other classes for that matter, where each race counts a point of the place you finish.
Absolutely, the medal race was created by ISAF to put a little more pressure on the sailors and make it a little bit more exciting at the end of the regatta. Consequently, we can't drop these scores from these races, so there's no sitting back and dropping the race and feeling comfortable. You've got to keep working throughout the race and trying to make up as many places as you can. Tom there looks in a slightly lighter patch of breeze, just looking around, going a little gust and lights out a bit more. So Croatian Mate just taxed the cover.
Smart air apart from Croatia here, number 46. So he's got a hitch to windward over Slingsby from Australia, hasn't he?
He definitely has, and he's following the Estonian Dennis Carr back across towards the right-hand side. We saw on the first bit it certainly seemed to favour the boats that went right earlier on, but obviously the wind's shifting around quite a lot, and when they came down through the gate, they made an assessment as to which way to go, and these two guys who were second and fourth round the gate came out to the left a little bit. Still looks very close here between the front three.
So this is Luka Radicic, 19-10-11 from Croatia, coming in as number 10 into the medal race, but sailing anything like that at the moment. He's doing so well at the moment. Michael.
It's a typical situation in the medal race. If you've got nothing to lose, you go for it, and Luca's certainly showing that today. He's stretched out a good gap there on the second place boat.
Rival stretching out. What does he do there? Because he's got none of the rivals trying to haul him in, so he's trying to stay in the position he is, but also defend at the same time.
Actually, the further you are in front, that game becomes more simple for him, so now he just has to match the other boats, just parallel the angles they're sailing now, and luckily the Estonian guy Dennis and Andrew Murdoch from New Zealand have tacked parallel to him, so he has less to worry about there.
Right, so 19-10-11, that is Luka Radicic from Croatia. He came in with number 10 on the bow, signifying he was 10th of the 10 into the medal race, but he's currently leading this race.
He's definitely in control.
19-10-62 from Estonia. Dennis Karpag, he has got number 3 on the bow. And Murdoch, Andrew Murdoch from New Zealand is making a hard charge on this beat as well. Let's get down to the water first with Richard Parslow.
Yeah, it looks like Murdoch's made a really good gain. He came round the right-hand gate mark looking upwind and got the first shift in, and he's definitely pulled out a little gap on the Estonian and the Croatians who were near him.
Right, and there we can see NZL 19-10-08. Andrew Murdoch, Michael, is really getting into this now.
Andrew's a great young sailor from New Zealand. He finished in the top 10 of the world, 7th at the Worlds last year, and finished 3rd at the Pre-Olympic Regatta last year as well. He's a rising talent, and he's another bunch of Kiwis. That attitude, never give up, is it, Peter?
No, absolutely. Well, he is 4th overall, and he really, really, really wants to try and at least get a podium finish today. He sees that as an important stepping stone to making selection for next year's Olympics, and also to help with his funding. So there's Murdoch, 1908. He's in the windward position. Michael will take you through the position of New Zealand over Estonia at the moment.
You'd see that just a couple of gusts hitting those boats, making it a little harder for Andrew to stay in there. The Estonians probably pinching it a little, trying to push Andrew off to force him to tack away from that position. But Andrew just moving forward now.
Yeah, they both got a little bit of a lift there. The wind went a little bit right, which benefited Andrew compared to Dennis. The Croatian's still leading though. Luka Radilic still leading. It's very tight still at the top 3.
How far to the top mark, Richard, for Luka
really
Radilic?
Close now. Really close, maybe about 4 or 5 boat lengths.
All right,
and they're all going to lay from where they are now. They're all going to make it round the mark on this starboard tag.
Right, we're coming to mark number 3, halfway through this laser medal race here at the ISAF World Sailing Championships 2007.
Radilic was round first.
Radilic leads round, and then coming round it is going to be, is it Andrew Murdoch? He has shut the Estonian out. Look at Michael Byrne to translate what happened there. Brilliant move by Andrew Murdoch. And now it comes, boat number 3 is Dennis Karpag, who had his lunch cut there by Andrew Murdoch. Now here comes the Brit Paul Goodison, is rounding next in 4th position.
Yeah, Paul Goodison's ranked #1 in the world. Hasn't had a great regatta here, but he's pulling back now.
And then comes the Swede. We can see Rasmus Wagen is round